Where are the Lord's people currently? They're in the desert. They're in the desert where the Lord is purifying them and refining them. See, when you're in the desert, you are completely dependent on God. When the Lord calls his people back into the land, they are going to be a refined people, a people who knows what it is to be completely dependent on God. When the Lord took the people, his people, out of Egypt, he had them in the desert. The Lord was going to wipe them out because of their unbelief and their heart. The Lord demonstrated so many signs and power before these people, and they came out into the desert and they showed nothing but unbelief, ungratefulness, and the Lord was going to wipe them out. And the Lord let them stay there until the generation that was they didn't believe, the generation that was ungrateful, was did not believe that the Lord could accomplish what he said he will. He allowed them to die out, and it was the descendants who went into the descendants of those people who went into the land. The Lord purified them. The Lord got rid of all the corrupt heart and the disbelief from among the people, and he took their descendants into the land. Now we read here in Revelations chapter 12 verse, this is the description of the woman and the dragon, by the way. Chapter 12 verse 5. She gave birth to a male child, one who is to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. But her child was caught up to God and to his throne, and the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, in which she is to be nourished for 1,260 days. Okay? So the Lord has prepared a place for her in the wilderness. Now, wilderness can be seen as a place that is uninhabited, right? There is no life or little life in the desert. And this is one of the things that the children of Israel was worried about. We're going to die in the wilderness. There's nothing here for us. They did not believe that the Lord could sustain and provide for them in the wilderness. Now, the Lord is taking his people back into the wilderness, where he is again refining them and purifying them. And you can see here in Jeremiah 31 where it says, at that time declares the Lord, I will be the God of all the clans of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus says the Lord, the people who survive the sword, and the sword is the 70 AD when the Lord demolished Jerusalem through the Romans. He's saying the people who survived the sword found grace in the wilderness. In the wilderness, okay? When Israel sought for rest, the Lord appeared to him from far away. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, I have continued my faithfulness to you. Again, I will build you, and you shall be built, O Virgin Israel. And that word virgin can be interpreted as Israel. It's going to be an Israel that is undefiled. And when the Lord says that Israel is, when he classify them as a whore or something that's defiled, they are a people who give their heart over to other gods. But this Israel that is he's going to bring out of the desert, and again, desert could mean that it's a place that has no life in it, right? And there and you can see life as something that is given by God. So it's not a literal desert, it's a place where there is no life. There's no life given to that place by God. Because God is the one that gives life. And in this place, the Lord is refining and purifying Israel so that when they come out, they're going to be as virgin, as undefiled, whose heart are inclined towards the Lord. And so you see that the Lord is going to call his people out of the desert, and he is going to build them up again, and make them a people unto himself, and he will be their God once more. And I think this is so amazing, just to see the correlation of how, or the typology, as they would say, of the Lord sustaining his people in the literal desert, and then in Revelation, and he brought them into the land. And in Revelation, we see that again, he sent his people into the desert, where he's going to nourish them and create a heart of dependence on God and purify them. And again, he is going to call his people out of the desert. And the desert, I believe, is all the nations that he has scattered them into, and he is going to make them a great people again.